If you want to catch super early and accurate trade entries just like this, then this video is for you. This indicator manages to get you into trades long before the sentiment has shifted. There is zero repainting and this secret indicator is completely free. It is so good our team debated on the backtest results. It can also detect divergences, detect overbought and oversold levels and has an integrated multi-timeframe feature. We will also share with you a reprogrammed version of this indicator we created that is even easier to understand, so you'll want to stick around until the end. We'll start with explaining the original version of this indicator and how it works. So let's first get the indicator by clicking the Indicators tab and searching RSI/MFI-MTF. It's this one by Duick. Click the star to save it and add it to the chart. We can see that by default the indicator is detecting long-term trends. Green bars maintaining above the zero line indicates a bullish trend and red bars maintaining below the zero line indicates bearish trend. And this is all in real time with zero repainting. In fact, if I just go ahead and use the replay feature, we can see that once a trend is detected, its prediction remains permanent on the chart. This indicator is actually a modified version of the RSI indicator with a focus on trend detection instead of mean reversion. Though it is based on the RSI indicator, you have the option to modify that in settings. Let's go into the settings of the indicator to see what options we have available. The first two options here controls the timeframe being used to detect trends. By default, use current chart resolution is off, so it will use the timeframe selected on the option below that. So at the moment, the trend that is being detected here is based on the daily timeframe. And of course we can change that to any timeframe we want. But we can also just use the current timeframe by selecting the Use Current Chart Resolution option. And now the trend is being detected based on whatever timeframe we are currently viewing. This will provide much shorter-term trend detections, but still very accurate. Below that we have options to control the base indicator. As mentioned earlier, this indicator by default is based on the RSI indicator, but we can change that to be any of the other options listed here by just inputting the corresponding number. We will work with the RSI for this video. You can also change the overbought and oversold levels if needed. And being that there is an overbought and oversold option, there is also an option to enable or disable the RSI line. This can be used to determine if the market is oversold or overbought. For example, we can see that the market is trending strongly, and here on the RSI line, we can see that the colors got much brighter. This indicates that the market is oversold, prompting a reversal in price, where you could have also waited for the trend to change indicated by these candles turning green and executing a trade with stops below this level, holding until the trend changes again. If we add the regular RSI to the chart, we can see that where the RSI is oversold, this indicator is also showing oversold, further proving their correlation. The only other settings we will focus on today is this option to enable the highs and lows trend lines. Enable this option, and now the indicator will plot trend lines alongside the oscillator, which can be used to detect divergence or act as an early indication of an incoming change. Here we can see that the oscillator trend line was broken and soon after the market reverse. This, however, should be used to build confluence and not considered a signal for execution. Use that trend line to gather more information about a market. And that's it. For today, we don't need to worry about these other options. Now I will share with you exactly how you can use this indicator to find extremely accurate trades just like the ones being backtested right now. But before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe to not miss out on future content. And if you would like to try the #1 premium indicator on TradingView by Luxalgo risk-free for 30 days, you can use the link in the video description. Your continued support really helps the channel. Now for this strategy, we will be using the reprogrammed version of this indicator. The signals are exactly the same as the original version. The only difference here is that it is a lot cleaner and has had several options removed to keep it simple. We will share the code for this version towards the end of the video, but remember that you can do the same thing with the version we have already covered. Now here is the strategy. You will need 2 instances of the indicator on your chart. So go ahead and add the indicator twice. This is how that will look on both versions. Now we want to be on a 5-minute chart. Next, we want to select one instance of the indicator and change the time frame to a daily time frame. This instance of the indicator will be used to determine the direction we will be taking trades. So now we can see that it plots exactly when the trend has turned bullish or bearish. For the second instance of the indicator, we will be changing the time frame to the 4-hour time frame. This will be used to trigger our entries. Now the strategy is as follows. We want to observe the daily trend. These bright colors indicate a strong trend while darker colors indicate a weaker trend. For buy trades, if the trend is strong, we want to wait for a buy signal on the 4-hour instance. We will keep stops below the swing low and target a 1 to 3 risk to reward. For sell positions, it is the opposite. We want to wait for the trend to be strong bearish. Then we will wait for a sell signal on the 4-hour instance and execute with stops above swing high, targeting a 1 to 3 risk to reward. What makes this such a good strategy is the fact that this indicator is extremely good at identifying trends. As you can see here, even when using the current time frame, we can see how early it detects trend changes and holds these trends for the appropriate time period. Since this indicator is so good at detecting entries and exits, doing it from a higher time frame and executing on a lower time frame can be a very fruitful strategy. This will ensure we don't enter when trends are becoming exhausted. I would like to remind you that both versions of these indicators produces the same signals, but if you would like this simplified version of the indicator, here is the source code. You can copy this code into your Pine editor. Save it and add it to the chart to get a copy of this version of the indicator. I hope you enjoyed our video today on this hidden indicator that not many know about. There are many use cases for this indicator, and this is just one. For example, this indicator can be a great scalping indicator given how quickly and accurately it detects trend changes. We will explore more use cases for this indicator in future videos, so don't forget to like and subscribe to not miss out on those videos, and do remember, you can use the link in the video description to gain access to Lux Algo Price Action Concepts Indicator, Oscillator Matrix, and Signals and Overlays Indicator developed by the top developers on TradingView risk-free for 30 days. Stay safe in the markets, and we will see you next time.